Y'all thought I was crazy, didn't you? Always talking about snow and everything else. This is what happens overnight when you think it's not going to snow that bad. So I just got done doing chores this morning and going back inside. It's cold. It's cold. So this week, kind of what we're going to cover is what we got to do the last minute. So I took off next week from work, and Nikki and I are going to put the last ditch effort into getting this place ready for winter. So what we're going to show this week is going to be all the stuff we have to do, the last little bits, the last little details. You know, we put away food and firewood. We've talked about that for weeks. Now let's talk about the little bits and the rest of the story of what we've got to do. So one of the things I'll show you beforehand is that these solar panels need to change to their winter. Now they're in their summer position, which means they're a lot higher. You can tell kind of where I'm at. They're at about 5.5 feet off at the bottom, and I show you up. This morning I could barely scrape these things because I really can't reach up. So I've got a long scraper, which I'll show you is right there. That's basically just a 12-foot floor squeegee is what it really is. So that scrapes the snow off in that, and so I could get it off, but I'm just tall enough, and Nikki was not going to be tall enough to do that. So we've got to get these changed out or adjusted down to our winter level from the summer position. So we'll do that this week, and I'll show you how our system is designed and show you one variation that my father-in-law does on his, which is similar but not the same. Are you cold? Gingy, are you cold?
Man, stop playing, Dad. Turn that damn camera off. Let's go inside.
The cat's not cold.
Dad, stop playing. Stop playing, Dad. Let's go inside. It's cold. It's cold.
Okay, so one of the things we do every fall, winter is this, to shut off some of the outside faucets. So this box that I have here, now this is a box that goes 3 feet into the ground down to our lines. And it's clear all the way down, and I usually keep a trash bag full of packing peanuts in there, kind of as air insulation, really. So in there's a valve of a line. Now it runs all the way out to a water spigot out there, so I leave that open to allow air and water to kind of go in and out, so it's easy. This goes down, and then if you see, I've got a piece of PVC that is notched to basically go over the spigot, and then I use it to turn to shut the spigot on and off. On in spring, off in the fall, and then that kills the water going out there. There's also a second box going out to the greenhouse that I need to go do that one. So let me show you kind of what it looks like down in the box. So there's the line that runs from the spigot out, and I've got it turned off now, so it's obviously perpendicular to the line. But this is my PVC that fits over top that, and then just you can see it kind of turns on the tabs there. So off, on, etc. So that's shut off now, and that's one of the things we have to do before the snow flies. All right, so early up this morning, and we are going to put in some new driveway today. So you see right back here, this is the garden, and this area over here has kind of been, it's kind of just a catch-all area that we've kind of just stored gardening stuff. And a lot of times, honestly, it's caught a lot of just junk. So if you kind of look behind, a lot of this is just junky wood that we just kind of never got around. Well, today we're going to put in some more driveway to make this a 3-wide parking spot versus a 1.5 or 2. So all this is going to move, and if I pan around, a lot of this is going to be scraped out, and then you can see right back over here, Nikki's getting some old OSB cutoffs and that into the bucket of the tractor that we're going to put over here and dump, and just leave it for the winter and that. So all of this is going to be rocked today in some new black rock. So all of this is decomposed granite, or DG as we like to just refer to it. It's a little easier. And all of this is going to be in new black rock. So we'll get, I think, about 7 dump truck loads today, spread it out with the tractor and putting in some new driveway. So we'll keep you updated as we go, but here's the start of what it looks like, and we'll show you the progress along the way. So as you see in front of the garage, everything is cleared out. So we have spent all morning, and it's now after lunch, and we got this cleaned up. So these rocks over here will be some landscaping, I guess. We're going to take all the big rocks out and use that for landscaping. But if you look how clear that is and how much room there is going to be able to park stuff up here. Now the great thing is it's ready, and then the dump truck died. So maybe Tuesday next week we'll get some gravel. So we're gonna keep cleaning up a few more things, and then we'll be ready to go. I hope the dump truck runs. We'll see if it goes. Okay, so with the afternoon free, we said, hey, you know what? Let's go get some more firewood. So yesterday we got load 8 in the truck. Right now we're getting load 9, and we actually are in a little bit different part of our neighbor's property. So again, he has 160-ish acres. So, and he's got roads all the way through everything to come in multiple sides of his property. So we're a little back here, and then you can see behind, obviously I'm not cutting, Nikki is. Nikki said she felt pretty good about cutting today, so I got her little 14-inch Echo sharpened and ready to go, and she is ripping through wood. So today is a little bit of slash and grab. We're just getting the smaller stuff that will quickly split up and get in the firewood bin. So being that today is load 9, this should fill our second bin once I get it split. So that's my chore this weekend, is to catch up on firewood, because I'm right now 2 truckloads. This makes 3 truckloads behind on getting split. So I mentioned that we are going to adjust our panels for the winter position, which is down, versus the summer, which is up. How we adjust ours is that we have, in our base plate, we have 2 holes. Basically at the front we have 1 hole where the support rod goes up and it mounts here, and this puts it at a high level for the summer, where it's more of a direct overhead path. In the winter, it needs to be angled down as a lower altitude for the sun. We actually have a second hole at the back. So for us, we just take out the bolt here and then let these down, so we move into the back position and re-put the bolt in. I did mention that there is a second way to do it, and because Nikki and I can be able to do this as a tag team, we do it moving the pole itself. My father-in-law has a similar setup, but he only leaves 1 mount, and he actually changes the support rods themselves, one to be shorter than the longer one, which is how he adjusts up and down on his. So with this, we'll just go ahead and move these, and then we're going to show you kind of an up versus down position so you can kind of see how everything is positioned. Okay, so there's kind of half the system set up in the winter, which is the lower, and the summer, which is the higher. That's just moving the legs for us. So we're going to leave it in this position for maybe another month or 2. Just to where the snow starts to come in, and then we can change that. The reason is the lower position now will start to pick up early in the morning and get a lot of solar. The higher position will now continue to get sun in the late part of the day. If you just change them both all the way down, you start losing your end of the day sun. So we'll keep it like this for another month or 2, and as soon as the snow falls, we'll change it back to all winter. Okay, so as we mentioned, rock did not happen last week, and we were going to get some videoing done Sunday, get the video out Sunday, and then that turned into Monday, and then Monday turned into a problem in the afternoon, and here we are Tuesday morning. So as planned, rock is being delivered. So we actually hired it out to a local guy with a dump truck that's delivering rock. Now this is the black rock you see going in. This is load 1 coming in the gate. It's crushed rock. And he has already put 2 up on the wet part of the road, up kind of up, I guess you'd say, south from us. Now, this is 1. We think they're going to get roughly another 9 to 10 in here, going all the way in about a quarter mile-ish down to the shop and that, and for the parking area. So we will show you kind of progress in the end, and then today we are going to get that video out so you guys can see this stuff. So back up the house, you can at least see here, this area right here is where Nikki has taken the tractor and scooped out all that dirt. So she really kind of just flattened it off with the bucket, just drove in and scooped it all out, and you can see it piled up there. So this will be a parking area for probably easily 2 of our Suburbans. We could always maybe put a 3rd car up here if we kind of squish them in together, but plenty more parking for us. And if I turn around a little bit more, you can see now that we've picked everything up here in front of the shop, this will all be that nice crushed rock soon enough. Okay, so you can see behind, the driveway is completely laid. So we put down 10 loads of gravel?
Yes, 10 loads.
10 loads of gravel of about 10 yards apiece, so 100 cubic yards of crushed rock. So this will last us, maybe 8 to 10 years, and we're going to continue to spread. So you can kind of see it's kind of chunky, some piles on that. So we'll spread this out tomorrow. We've got another tractor coming in with a blade that will do it. So we'll take care of that. Got one last thing to show you real quick. So as you can see behind, the wood bins are full. So this one here, we're a little short, but that is because we kind of did a segregation where a bunch of it is thrown into our third bin out here. And we are ready for winter. Thankfully, in 2 days, rain and snow apocalypse is coming. That, we wish you happy Halloween. See you next time.